First and foremost, before we get started, I like to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem, Rekha Kwadash, and the ourselves Greek millstone, while lunch is truth. And also to those elect that scattered abroad. I like to say, Shalom. And come back here today with another great, powerful lesson through the spirit and the power of Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. The type of day lesson is Watchman Report, At&T, larger plan. So I like to say Shalom to all our listeners and learners. Hope this with you today and guide you back in the path of righteousness and back to your true power, which in fact is Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. So before we start today, listen, I have a quick Google search here. It says At&T deal will make every phone a satellite phone. Say its partner AST Space Mobile will launch its first 5 commercial satellites this summer. Let's get a little bit more. It says here, it says soon At&T subscribers will have the option to ensure that they have access to cell service. So even in a typical dead zone, like deep inside national parks or far-flung rural location, the mobile carrier has been working with AST Space Mobile since 2018 under a memorandum of understanding, helping the latter test two-way audio calls, text, and video calls via satellites. Said it's space using ordinary smartphones. Now the company has entered a definite commercial agreement, which means At&T is getting close to offering subscribers the capability to transform their regular phones into legit satellite devices. So one thing about it, we're not ignorant of Satan's device, his agenda, his plan, you know what I'm saying, his plot. We already know what he wants: total control, track and tie, total surveillance across the world, a global surveillance across the world. We already know what this is going into, this new system, this new 5G blockchain system. It's going to be dealing with what? Biometrics, your digital IDs, you know what I'm saying, AI, robotics, transhumanism. Also, it's going to be dealing with pseudoscience. So a lot of these things are coming into play. So this technology is here, you know. So we know that the devil's getting ready to come down with great wrath. So a lot of people going to get enticed by this technology. Oh man, this is cool. You know, it's very harmless, man. I can be somewhere, you know, and if I'm out on a mountaintop, I can call my family. This is very cool. One thing about it though, this is the setup. And one thing about it, they already had this technology already in place. And one thing about it, they're going to be tracking you, very closely when they put this, what they call when Big Brother is watching. You that's all I'm gonna be able to say on, because they'll take the video down. But one thing about it, that's what's getting ready to happen. You know, they want total surveillance. Look what's going on in China. It's getting ready to come to America. So we seeing right now they want total what? Control. You know, total lockdown, totalitarian law. You know, it's total dictatorship. So it's gonna be a time of trouble that we've never seen before. So you see right here, it said At&T deal will make every phone a satellite phone. So your smartphone, the one that you got right now, they're going to turn into a satellite phone. They're already tracking you right now from the phone, but it's going to be a much, much better quality when they put you under the satellites, you know what I'm saying? Tracking and tagging. When you go into that acronym SMART, you know, going into what? Surveillance, monitoring, analysis, technology, you know what I'm saying? Hey, a lot of these things, they come through, and reporting. So we seeing, you know, Revelation chapter 13, he's getting ready to jump off the page. You know, he calls us all, both small and great, rich and poor, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead, that charagma, that badge of servitude. All roads is leading that way. So we'll start today's video, and after the video, we'll start the lesson. And I hope that you will get edified. So we seeing, hey, we're very close. You know, these putting these satellites also, Elon Musk, I think it was last year, had launched the Starlink, you know, so you have satellites all everywhere, all up in the atmosphere everywhere, constantly under total surveillance. And also we have these submarine fiber optic cables, you know what I'm saying, running the internet, you know, all across the world. So hey man, we're not ignorant of his devices. So we seeing that he's getting ready to fill his belly very soon. The devil's getting ready to come down with great wrath, and we constantly warn you left and right, whether you will hear or whether you will forbear. So let's start today's video, and after the video we'll start the lesson, and I hope that you will get edified.
has partnered with AST Space Mobile that will make every phone a satellite phone. Since 2018, AT&T has been working with AST Space Mobile to test making calls, sending texts, and even video calls via satellites in space using regular smartphones. Now, they've signed a commercial agreement to offer this service to their customers. Typically, phones need to be near cell towers to work, but with AT&T's new satellite-to-phone service, satellites in orbit will act like cell towers, providing coverage even in places that usually don't have any signal. This summer, a rocket will launch 5 AST Space Mobile satellites to start this service. These satellites are the beginning of a larger plan to ensure connectivity everywhere. However, AT&T hasn't announced when this service will start or if it will cost extra. But what do you guys think? What do you think about using satellites to stay connected everywhere? Share your thoughts below. A new satellite capable of spying on your every move is set to launch in 2025. The satellite, created by startup company Albedo, is so high quality it can zoom in on people or license plates from space, raising concerns among privacy experts that it will create a Big Brother is always watching scenario. Albedo claims the satellite won't have facial recognition software, but doesn't mention that it will refrain from imaging people or protecting people's privacy. What are your thoughts on this?
So here's a fun one to dabble into, the internet under the ocean. So this is a satellite attached to a balloon that just fell out of the sky. So when you think of the internet going through satellites, it's actually comedy. Now let me show you why. So here we go. Does the internet work underwater? About 99% of all intercontinental internet traffic goes through submarine cables. The ocean? These satellites are a great solution for connectivity, but don't have the infrastructure to represent a significant amount of global capacity. So those satellites attached to balloons will not provide us the internet, but these submarine cables are hooked up to the cell phone towers? So in case anybody wants to see the map, here's all the wires running through the ocean. The real question is who put them all there? And this one just takes the cake. High-speed internet on the ocean from Starlink. So your satellite with a balloon will be connected to your boat, which will connect through the ocean.
Why does Elon have so many Starlinks surrounding the globe? And who gave him permission? Is no one concerned?
So we see that, he's constantly rolling out his devices all across the world. So we know that this is going to be a global event. So we're seeing that, if they cut those underground fiber optic cables, everything would go dark. So we know that we're here, we're upon this time, the devil's getting ready to come down with great wrath. So we'll start today's lesson in 2 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 11 said, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we're not ignorant of his devices. And one thing about it, we already know the physical counterpart of Satan is the what? Esau, Edom, the devil that the Bible speaks of. And all about it, he's trying to get that advantage. What is that advantage? The new world order, total control, track and tag everyone on the planet and give you that badge of servitude. And one thing about it, that devices goes into his mindset, goes into his gender, his plan, his plot, dictatorship, totalitarian law. And one thing about it, he wants total control. He's imagining a vain thing. The Lord's getting ready to cut him off forever. So now, let's go here to Obadiah. Let's go here to Obadiah chapter 1. Obadiah chapter 1, quick lesson through the Spirit. So like I'm pass it up. Obadiah chapter 1, we'll start up at verse 3. Obadiah chapter 1 and verse 3 said, the pride of thy heart has deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks, whose habitation is high, that says in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Verse 4, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, says the Lord, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua. So we already knowing that, what I'm saying, his habitation is high because, he came out of those, Caucasus, them Georgia Caucasus Mountain, it's out of those caves, he's the original caveman. Also, we seeing all these skyscrapers all across the world. Now the Lord's going to bring all of this down, so this is the temporal. Also, we know that he has these space stations, all these satellites, different direct energy weapons in the sky, all sorts of technology he has up there. But when the Lord returns, he's going to make a speedy witness of all his technology. And one thing about the Lord is getting ready to bring him very low. Even though he's the most proud, he's imagining a vain thing. So we know that we're here, so the Lord's, even though he's constantly exalting himself, he's constantly exalting, constantly opposing the will of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. But one thing about it, that he only have a short season. We're in that short season right now, and the Lord's getting ready to return and set everything back into order. So now let's go here to 2 Corinthians, quick lesson through the Spirit, 2 Corinthians chapter 2, and we'll start up at verse, let's start up at verse 4. And it reads, who poses and exalting himself above all that is called the Most High, or that is worship, so that he as the Most High sitteth in the temple of the Most High, showing himself as he is the Most High, Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. So we already know that he wants to be like the Most High. He got what you call a God complex. He's imagining a vain thing. He want total control, track and tag everyone. He want to keep up with your whereabouts, keep up with what are you eating, where your whereabouts, your about your body, everything, everything about you. He want to keep up with you. But one thing about it, we already know that it's getting ready to come to a faster approaching to an end. He will not be able to perform his enterprise. So he's constantly opposing and exalting himself, constantly speaking great words against Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, but he's in for a rude awakening. Verse 5, so remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things. Verse 6, and now ye know what withholding, that he might be revealed in his time. Verse 7 said, for the mystery of iniquity doeth already work. Only he who now lets will let until he be taken out the way. So the mystery of iniquity is working right now. Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, the devil that the Bible speaks of, and out about it, he's only have a short season, and that he is Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. He will let until he be taken out the way. So the Lord said, wait on me until I rise up against the prey. Verse 8, he said, and then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. So one thing about it, we're destroying with this word, this wisdom, this knowledge, and it's in the spirit of his mouth. It's talking about the prophets, one that's in the highways and byways. Constantly making these video epistles, constantly warning you, sighing and crying left and right, constantly, telling, the Lord, come on and bring it. DTA, a ball. We ready to get the hell out of this nightmare. And one thing about it, the Lord's gonna come with the brightness of his coming out of the east. From the east to the west, the Lord's going to lay all these armies down when he returns. Ezekiel chapter 38, also Joel chapter 3. The Lord is going to come with great glory and great power. He's going to lay all these armies down, and no one is going to escape the hands of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. When the Lord comes with the brightness of his coming, we cannot wait. Verse 9 said, so even him whose coming is after the workings of Satan, with all powers and signs and lying wonders. So we already know he got this Neuralink. Also, he had that grain of rice, the RFD microchip, which in fact is the mark of the beast. All these things you can see again. You'll be able to walk again. About these smartphones, you'll have a smartphone. We can turn it into a satellite phone. It's very convenient. Wherever you be at, you can be in a remote place. You can be in the middle of a desert, on the top of a mountain. It will pick up. It's very convenient. You might have to call your children. You might be in trouble. You might have an emergency. We're here to help you. It's very harmless and convenient. A lot of people going to trust and lean, and they will be totally destroyed. Trust in your true power, which in fact is Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. The Lord said, never trust thy enemy. As iron rusts, so is his wickedness. The so-called white man, the devil that the Bible speaks of. Verse 10 said, and with all deceitfulness and unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. Verse 11 said, and for this cause, the Almighty shall send them strong delusions, that they should believe a lie. So a lot of people going to get caught up in that lie and that even net. So they're going to trust in the strength of Egypt, and they will be totally destroyed. Verse 12, it said, that they all might be damned who believed not the truth, but had pleasures in unrighteousness. Those are the 2/3. And one thing about it is still in the house of mercy, still not considered, still going on with their daily life. And these prophets are speaking loud and clear right before our eyes. So now let's go here to Isaiah chapter 30, and we'll get one more after this. Isaiah chapter 30, we'll start at verse 1. Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 1. And it reads, woe to the rebellious children, says the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. So a lot of people right now going on with their daily life. The Lord said, come out of her, my people. This is not your rest. So a lot of people have this worldly mindset, that do thy will spirit, constantly, leaning on their own understanding, but not trusting and believing in a true power, which in fact is Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh. So one thing about it, constantly adding sin to sin, and one thing about it, the Lord is getting ready to judge this place. Recompense and judgment is right upon us. Verse 2, it said, that walk to go down into Egypt, and have not axed at my mouth the prophets, to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. So we already know that the modern day Egypt right now, our second bunch is what? America, Babylon the Great, and we already know that Egypt is hand in hand with the house of bunch, and also we know that the modern Pharaoh is Esau, Edom, the devil that the Bible speaks of. So like it's still a little bit under the weather. So we seeing right now a lot of people don't trust in this new system, this new technology, this AI, this robot. Oh, it's very convenient, very harmless. This is not the MOTB. You don't know what you're talking about. But all the gainsay, all the unbelief is getting ready to be a thing of the past. These things are happening. They rolling it out right before your eyes. And also the Bible is a true book. The Lord's word is faithful and true. His word will not return to him void. Verse 3 said, therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. So a lot of people gonna check with all these goodies you got to have, this universal basic income. Say, oh, it is free, it's very convenient. Oh, we have very cheap prices. You can turn your smartphone into a satellite phone. Also, we have this new technology. Try it out. We're here to help you. Everything will be all right. The Lord loves everyone. Everyone can be saved. So that type of vibration, what they pushing right now, a make-believe world. The Lord said, I come not to bring peace, but a sword. The Lord's getting ready to bring forth judgment. Whether you will hear or whether you will forbear, the men of the Lord, we're working overtime. We're standing on our watch. We'll stand on fire for Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh. So now let's go to our last and final script. Let's go to Revelation chapter 1. Revelation chapter 1 and verse 3. We'll close out here. And it reads, it said, blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand. What time is at hand? We are living in what? The end time, real time. And one thing about it, blessed is he that readeth and hear the words of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh. And one thing about it, the Lord said, the same that endure, the same shall be saved. So one thing about it, we must gotta hold fast what we have, because the Lord's getting ready to return with great glory and great power. The Lord's getting ready to set the record straight. We already knowing that, we coming upon a perilous time. We're coming upon a tribulation period that we have never seen before. It's already rumors of wars are all over the place. Already was rumors that Russia is doing military drills not too far off the coast of California. It's not been confirmed, but it's only rumors right now. But we're gonna measure the time diligently. And also, they constantly warning NATO, about not entering into Ukraine. If so, they're saying they're getting ready to go nuclear. It's already been prophesied. We already know that things is going to go nuclear. The Lord is getting ready to destroy this place of Babylon the Great in 1 hour. So a lot of people right now are still going on with their daily lives, still are not considering. These prophecies are speaking loud and clear. That's why the Lord said, hear my words of this prophecy. But a lot of people are not here because the time is at hand. The great and glorious return of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh. So let's read this once again. We'll close out. Revelation chapter 1 and verse 3 once again. It said, blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand. Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh. So one thing about it, you're truly blessed if you're in this great wisdom and knowledge. Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of time. It shall be a stronghold in times of trouble. The Lord will sustain us. The Lord will provide for us. And also the Lord's getting ready to come to deliver us with great glory and great power. The Lord is coming. So the title of the day lesson, once again, is Watchman Report. AT&T larger plan So I like to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rikah Quadash. I like to say, Shalom, Shalom.